Hi students, good afternoon. Welcome back to the classes. So in the last class, we have seen active passive in the book back of unit 3, right? So now let us continue. Take your book page number 78. Okay. So interrogation or questions. So all of you know very well that interrogation means it is question. Okay. So why we are asking questions? So questions are asked to get some information, right? So interrogations or questions. There are different ways of asking. There are different ways of asking questions. Let us take a look at the different types of questions and deal with questions, tag questions in detail. So actually this video deals with the question tag, right? So first one, yes or no questions or polar questions. So yes or no questions can also be called as polar questions. Okay. So these questions expect or elicit a response of either yes or no. Yes, no questions begin with be verbs, do verbs and have verbs or with modal verbs. They can be framed in both positive and negative forms, right? So yes or no questions are polar questions. These questions expect or elicit a response of either yes or no. So the answer will be either yes or no. So you know that all the yes or no questions will begin with an auxiliary verb, that is be form verbs, do form verbs, and what are the be form verbs? Is, are, am, was, were. So what are the do form verbs? Do, does, did. What are the have form verbs? Has, have, had. And what are the modal auxiliaries? So will, would, shall, should, can, could, may, might. Okay, must. All this are modal auxiliary verbs. Right. So yes or no questions begin with either be verbs, do verbs, have verbs or with modal verbs. They can be framed in both positive and the negative form. So yes or no questions can be framed both in the positive and in the negative form. So the next one is so how this yes or no questions can be framed in both positive and negative. See, look for example. Take an auxiliary verb. Did. Okay. Did you bring the parcel? Did you bring the parcel? So it is a positive question. Okay. On the other hand, didn't you? Right. Didn't you bring the, did not you, that is didn't you bring the parcel? So it is negative question as there is a negative word not. Okay. So this is yes or no question or polar question. So the next one is WH questions or information questions. These questions are framed to seek some sort of information. So as I said already, so what is the purpose of asking a question? A question is asked to get some information, right? So these questions are framed to seek. Seek means get some information. They begin with what, when, where, who, why, which, whom, whose and how. For example, what are your plans for this weekend? So what is the plan for this weekend? So the answer will be an information. So whom do you want me to meet there? So the answer will be again information. How long should I wait for you? When will you be able to complete this work? Why does your father travel to UK quite often? So all the WH questions begin with WH question words. The purpose of asking a WH question is to seek, that is to get some information. That's why it is also called as information questions, right? So the next one is alternative questions. So these questions offer the listener a closed choice of two or more possible answers. That's why it is called as alternative questions. Presuming that only one is true. Okay. they are framed with the word are. For example, shall I meet him today or tomorrow? So what will be the answer? Either any one will be the answer, either today or tomorrow. Okay. So would you like to have tea, coffee or juice? So definitely we'll be liking to have only one thing at a time, right? Not all the tea, coffee or the juice. Are you going to spend your vacation in Ooty or Kodaikanal? Did you buy a sedan or a hatchback? So the answer will be any one among this, right? So that's why it is called as alternative questions. And next one, coming to our point, that is tag questions. A tag question, so we have already learned about question tag in detail in our lower classes. Let us have a revision of it, right? So a tag question is a short question form added to the end of a declarative or an imperative sentence. It is generally used to draw the attention of the listener to the sentence and to seek confirmation. Sometimes they are used to encourage a reply from the person who is spoken to. Tag questions are commonly used in conversations and not usually in formal English, right? So a tag question is a short question form. So it is a short question form which is added to the end of a declarative. So declarative means statement. Okay, end of a declarative or an imperative sentence. It is generally used to draw the attention of the listener. So why it is used? It is used to get the attention of the listener to the sentence and to seek information. That is to get information. Sometimes they are used to encourage a reply from the person who is spoken to. Okay, or sometimes it is used to get a reply from the person with whom we are speaking. Tag questions are commonly used in the conversations and not in the formal English. Okay, mostly it will be used only in the conversations, that is during the discussions. No. So now given below are the points to remember while framing tag questions. That is the rules. Okay, what are all the rules that we have to follow in framing the question tags? So let us see one by one. The question tag always begins with an auxiliary verb or a modal verb. Question tags are formed with the same auxiliary or modal verb found in the main part of the sentence. So what is the first one? The question tag always begins with an auxiliary verb. It is very important that always the question tag will begin with an auxiliary verb or a modal auxiliary verb. Okay, you know what are all the auxiliaries and modal auxiliaries. Question tags are formed with the same auxiliary or modal verb found in the main part of the sentence. Suppose she is Sheila. Okay, she is Sheila. So what is the auxiliary verb here? Is the auxiliary verb. So the question tag will begin with is, right? Next one, the subject of the question tag is a personal pronoun. So always the question tag oda subject என்னவா இருக்கும்? It will be definitely a personal pronoun. Okay, except there. So what is the exception? There எப்பவுமே வராது. Okay, which is a substitute for the subject of the statement. See for example, so take the previous example itself. She is Sheila. So what is the answer? Isn't. So positive sentence will carry negative tag. Negative sentence will carry the positive tag. So she is Sheila. Isn't she? Okay. So what is this? This is she is the personal pronoun here which is used. Right. So next one. The pronoun should agree with the number, gender and person of the subject of the statement. Okay, so the pronoun should, suppose if the subject in the sentence is singular, the pronoun also should be singular. Okay, it should agree with the number. The negative adverb not is always used in the contracted form, shortened form. Okay, so not எப்பவுமே we will not be using it as a word. Instead we will be using it as a shortened form. Okay, In the next one, see, they have given examples. Isn't, wasn't, aren't, weren't, hasn't, haven't, hadn't, doesn't, don't, didn't, won't, shan't, can't, wouldn't, shouldn't, couldn't, must not, needn't, oughtn't, daren't. Okay, so always not is used in the shortened form, right? If the statement is in the affirmative, the tag it takes is usually negative. If the statement is negative, the tag it takes is positive. So affirmative sentence means something but declarative or statement, or sorry, positive sentence. Okay. If the sentence is positive, it usually takes a negative tag. Suppose if the statement is negative, it usually takes a positive tag. See, for example, Mr. Ranjit is a great scholar. Okay, Mr. Ranjit is a great scholar. So, what is the answer? So, what is the rules we have seen so far? So, we have to take the auxiliary verb given in the sentence. So, is the auxiliary verb we have taken. So, this statement is a positive affirmative statement. So, we are using negative tag, that is we are adding not in the shortened form. And Mr. Ranjit, he is a male. So, that's why we are using he. Okay, we have to add the question mark in the end. Okay, next one, you can complete this project in a week. Okay, you can complete this project in a week. See, can, they have given the modal auxiliary verb can that we have used as it is. Since the statement is also positive, we are using negative word not in a shortened form, and the personal pronoun you is used and question mark is added at the end. So, can't you. Okay, next one, Ahalya will never accept your proposal. Okay, Ahalya will never accept your proposal. So, what is the auxiliary verb? Will is the auxiliary verb. Ahalya, we are using she. See here, never is a negative word. Okay, it is a negative word. That's why we are not using not hearing. Never, it is a negative word. So, sentence negative la irundaduna enna pannanom, answer should be in positive. So, we are not using the negative word not here. So, the answer is will and Ahalya, pronoun she. Okay. Next rule is, if the main part of the sentence doesn't have an auxiliary verb or a modal verb, the question tag is formed with the appropriate form of do based on the tense of the main verb and the number of the subject. Okay, if the main part of the sentence la auxiliary verb illana nama enna pannuvom? So, depending on the main verb. So, main verb do form la irukka, does form la irukkan paathu nama enna pannuvom? We will be substituting the auxiliary verb. See, here Mahati sings very well. Mahati sings very well. So, sings enna form la irukku? It is in the does form. Okay, so here it is a positive sentence. So, we are using negative word not. So, doesn't Mahati she. Okay, instead of noun Mahati, we are using the pronoun she. So, doesn't she is the answer. So, present tense singular subject. So, the singular subject then a singular subject, does form, singular verb. Okay, in the next one, these girls sing very well. Okay, these girls sing very well. So, here sing is in do form. It is a do form verb. So, we are using do. Since it is a positive sentence, we are using negative word not in the shortened form. Okay, and these girls, it is a plural subject. So, we are using they. Don't they is the answer. Okay, look at the next example. Mahati sang very well yesterday. Okay, Mahati sang very well yesterday. So, here sang, it is a past verb. So, we are using did. Since the sentence is positive, we are using the negative word not, and Mahati she. So, past tense singular subject, we have used the pronoun she. Okay. These girls sang very well yesterday. didn't they. So here again it is sang, so we are using did, and since it is positive we are using negative word not, and these girls again plural, so we are using they, so didn't they. The subject hidden in an imperative sentence is always you. So far we have seen about the statement. Okay, I think you can understand all this very well. So we have learnt everything already, right? So the next one is about imperative sentence. Okay, the subject hidden in an imperative sentence is always you, and so the subject of the question tag is also you. Can you understand what is this? The subject hidden in an imperative sentence. So what is an imperative sentence? In the next point they have given imperative sentences that express a polite request, obligation, suggestion, invitation, impatience, warning, etc. Okay, so imperative sentences express all these things. Polite request, obligation enna? Like a duty. Okay, so that we have to do. So duty nale enna? Definitely we have to do that. Okay, the elder should be respected. Abdina, it is a duty that we have to follow. That is obligation, suggestion, invitation, impatience, warning, etc. Okay, so listen. Take for example, open the box. It is an order, so it is an imperative sentence. So open the box அப்படின்னு நம்ம சொல்றோம்னா யார்கிட்ட சொல்லுவோம்? You open the box. இல்லையா? You open the box. So what is hidden here? The subject you is hidden here. இல்லையா? So the subject is always you, and so the subject of the question tag is also you. Okay, see, look for examples. See here. So the imperative sentences that express a polite request, obligation, suggestion, invitation, impatience, warning, etc. take will or would as verbs in the question tag. So let us see the examples so that you can understand. See, please bring me a glass of water. Please bring me a glass of water. So it is an imperative sentence. So the imperative sentence will always begin with the main verb. So imperative sentence na, it always usually begins with a main verb. So here what is it? It is a polite request. So what is we have seen? So imperative sentences which express polite request will take will or would as verbs in paathom illaya. Okay, so here what is it? It is a polite request. So we are using would. So first point enna paathom? The subject of the imperative sentence is always you. So what is the meaning here? Please you bring me a glass of water. Illaya? So the subject is, so the pronoun is you. Next one, always follow the traffic rules. Okay. So it is an obligation. It is our duty to follow the traffic rules, right? So always follow the traffic rules. So it is an obligation. So enna pannano? So here we are using would as the auxiliary verb and you as the subject. Okay, always follow the traffic rules. So it is an obligation. It is our duty to follow the traffic rules. Join us for lunch tomorrow. So it is an invitation. We are inviting our friends, our neighbors, our relatives, someone to join for lunch. So will you? So will, subject, you. Okay, next one. Don't ever meddle with my papers. Okay, so meddle means, what is that? It is like interfering. Okay, interfering in some other's work. Don't ever meddle with my papers. So it is a warning. So here we are using will in the subject you. Can you understand? Okay, next one. The pronoun they is used if the subject of the sentence refers to the people or animals or things in plural. So they எப்போ யூஸ் பண்ணுவோம்னா when the subject of the sentence, okay, subject of the sentence na nothing but அந்த sentenceல இருக்க subject, suppose if it refers to the people or animals or things in plural, pluralல இருந்தது அப்படின்னா we will be using they. See for example, the young should learn to take up responsibilities. Okay, the young should learn to take up responsibilities. Shouldn't they? See, they have given the auxiliary verb should. So the young abdina, it is plural, it is referring to all the young person. So we are using they as a pronoun. Okay, the toys in the box are not new. So here are is the auxiliary verb. The toys, it is plural. So it is the toys refers to the things. So here the young refers to the people. Okay, so the toys are plural, so we are using they. Can you understand? Suppose if this is in plural, subject is in plural, we have to use the pronoun they. And the next one, though the subjects someone, somebody, anyone, anybody, no one, nobody, everything, everyone and everybody are singular in meaning, the pronoun they is used in the question tag. Okay, though the subjects someone, somebody, anyone, anybody, no one, nobody, everything, everyone and everybody are singular in meaning. So இதெல்லாமே singular meaning நாலும் pronoun என்ன பண்ணுவோம் நம்ம question tag frame பண்ணும்போது they தான் யூஸ் பண்ணணும். Okay, see here they have given the example, nobody has arrived yet. Have they? So what is here? Nobody. So nobody, it is singular in meaning. So anyhow we have to use they. Okay, so இங்க ஏன் have யூஸ் பண்ணியிருக்கோம், இங்க has இருக்கா? Okay, இங்க என்ன auxiliary verb இருக்கு? Has இருக்கு. Has என்னது? It is singular. அப்புறம் ஏன் நாம் இங்க plural auxiliary verb have யூஸ் பண்ணியிருக்கோம் அப்படின்னா, why? Because இங்க தேங்கிறது it is plural இல்லையா? they is plural. So plural subject இருக்கும்போது நம்ம verb எப்படி யூஸ் பண்ணணும்? pluralல தான் யூஸ் பண்ணணும். That's why we are using have. So you should not make mistake in this, right? Next one, everyone will attend the party. So won't they? So everyone இருக்கு. So again we are using they. The pronoun it is used in the question question tag when the subject of the statement is. So எப்போ நம்ம itங்கிற pronoun யூஸ் பண்ணுவோம் அப்படின்னா, a thing or an animal in singular form. So peopleக்கு கிடையாது, a thing or animal singular formல subjectா இருந்துச்சுன்னா we will be using it. Okay, something, anything or nothing. Okay, so இதுவுமே யாரை ரெஃபர் பண்ணாது? people ரெஃபர் பண்ணாது. So இந்த மாதிரி இருந்ததுன்னா we will be using it. This or that இப்படி இருந்ததுனாலும் we will be using it. Okay, see, look at the example so that we can understand better. So the peacock is the national bird of the India. Okay, so it is not a people. Okay, it is a bird, it is an animal, it is a bird. So the peacock is the national bird of the India. So here auxiliary verb is peacock என்ன யூஸ் பண்ணியிருக்கோம்? it. The blue frog was more expensive than the pink one. Okay, pink frog விட blue frog it was very expensive. So it is a thing, so we are using it. Something has gone wrong in the circuit. Okay, so here has, something, anything or nothing இருந்தா என்ன யூஸ் பண்ணணும்? We have to use it. Okay, this is not your dad's car. Okay, so is, this, that இருந்தா என்ன யூஸ் பண்ணணும்? it யூஸ் பண்ணணும். நம்ம ஆல்ரெடி இங்க ரூல்ஸ்ல பார்த்தோம் இல்லையா? So you have to match these rules with the example. For each rule an example is given clearly, right? Next one, so what is the next rule is, when the statements begin with there, the same is used as the subject of the question tags too. Okay, when the statements begin with தேர். ஸோ தேரில் ஸ்டேட்மெண்ட் ஸ்டார்ட் ஆச்சு அப்படின்னா என்ன யூஸ் பண்ணணும்? சேம் வந்து நம்ம இங்கே என்னவா யூஸ் பண்ணுவோம்? சப்ஜெக்டாக யூஸ் பண்ணணும். There is not much time left is there. Okay. There was a pond beside the temple, wasn't there? The words hardly, scarcely, rarely, barely and seldom are considered as semi-negative words. That is both positive and negative. The words hardly, scarcely, rarely, barely and seldom are considered as negatives and therefore take positive question tag. So all the semi-negative words will carry a positive question tag. We rarely visit our native. So இந்த words எல்லாம் வந்ததுன்னா என்ன யூஸ் பண்ணணும்? பாசிட்டிவ்ல டேக் ஃபார்ம் பண்ணணும், அதாவது நாட் இல்லாமல் ஃபார்ம் பண்ணணும். ஓகே. we rarely visit our native town. ஸோ இங்கே ரேர்லின்னு வந்திருக்கா. ஸோ என்ன யூஸ் பண்ண சொல்லியிருக்காங்க? பாசிட்டிவ் கொஸ்டின் டேக் யூஸ் பண்ண சொல்லியிருக்காங்க. ஸோ பாசிட்டிவ் கொஸ்டின் டேக்னா நத்திங் பட் நாட் இல்லாமல், இங்கே பாரு டூ வீல நாட் இல்லை, டஸ் ஹீல நாட் இல்லை இல்லையா? ஸோ நாட் இல்லாமல் யூஸ் பண்ணுறது தான் பாசிட்டிவ் கொஸ்டின் டேக். நாட்டோட யூஸ் பண்ணுறது நெகட்டிவ் கொஸ்டின் டேக். ஓகே. ஸோ வி ரேர்லி விசிட் ஆர் நேட்டிவ் டவுன். ஸோ விசிட் என்ன ஃபார்ம் இருக்குது? இது டூ ஃபார்ம் வேர்ப் இல்லையா? ஸோ இங்கே என்ன யூஸ் பண்ணுறோம்? டூ யூஸ் பண்ணுறோம். இங்கே சப்ஜெக்ட் ப்ரொனவுன் வந்து வி கொடுத்துருக்காங்க. ஸோ வியே யூஸ் பண்ணிக்கலாம். ரேர்லி இருக்கிறதுனால வி ஆர் நாட் யூஸிங் நாட். ரைட். நெக்ஸ்ட், அஜித் செல்டம் ஸ்பீக்ஸ் இன் இங்கிலீஷ். ஸோ ஹியர் ஸ்பீக்ஸ் இஸ் அ டஸ் ஃபார்ம் வேர்ப். ஸோ வி ஆர் யூஸிங் டஸ் ஹியர். ஸோ இந்த செல்டம்ங்கிற வேர்டு வந்ததுன்னா என்ன யூஸ் பண்ணணும்? பாசிட்டிவ் கொஸ்டின் டேக் யூஸ் பண்ணணும். ஸோ வி ஆர் யூஸிங், அதனால் என்ன யூஸ் பண்ணலை? நம்ம நாட் யூஸ் பண்ணலை. ஸோ அஜித்துக்கு பதிலாக ப்ரொனவுன் என்ன யூஸ் பண்ணுறோம்? ஹீ யூஸ் பண்ணுறோம். ஓகே. அஜித் செல்டம் ஸ்பீக்ஸ் இன் இங்கிலீஷ், டஸ் ஹீ. கேன் யூ அண்டர்ஸ்டாண்ட்? இட் இஸ் நத்திங் பட் இந்த வேர்ட்ஸ் எல்லாம் வந்ததுன்னா நாட் இல்லாமல் டேக் ஃப்ரேம் பண்ணணும். ஓகே. ஸ்டேட்மெண்ட்ஸ் ஹேவிங் a little or a few are positive and therefore they take a negative tag. Statements having little or few are negative and therefore take a positive tag. So it is very important rule that you should not confuse. A little, a few வந்ததுன்னா நம்ம அதை பாசிட்டிவ் சென்டென்ஸாக கன்சிடர் பண்ணுவோம். அதனால் என்ன பண்ணணும்? நெகட்டிவ் டேக் யூஸ் பண்ணணும். நெகட்டிவ் டேக்னா என்ன? நாட்டோட யூஸ் பண்ணணும். ஓகே. ஸோ ஸ்டேட்மெண்ட்ஸில் லிட்டில் ஃபியூ, அதாவது இல்லாமல் வந்ததுன்னா அந்த சென்டென்ஸை என்னவா நம்ம கன்சிடர் பண்ணுவோம்? நெகட்டிவ் சென்டென்ஸாக கன்சிடர் பண்ணுவோம். நாட்டுங்கிறது வராது, இருந்தாலுமே நம்ம நெகட்டிவ் சென்டென்ஸாக கன்சிடர் பண்ணுவோம். ஓகே. ஸோ அங்கே என்ன யூஸ் பண்ணணும்? பாசிட்டிவ் டேக் யூஸ் பண்ணணும். பாசிட்டிவ் டேக்னா என்ன? இந்த நாட் வந்து டேக்கில் வரக்கூடாது. கொஸ்டின் டேக்கில் இட் ஷுட் நாட் கம். ரைட். See, look at the example. A few germs can be viewed through this microscope. Okay, so இங்கே can இருக்கு. ஸோ a few வந்ததுன்னா என்ன பண்ண சொல்லியிருக்காங்க? அதை பாசிட்டிவ் சென்டென்ஸாக கன்சிடர் பண்ண சொல்லியிருக்காங்க. ஸோ அப்போ நம்ம என்ன யூஸ் பண்ணணும்? நாட் யூஸ் பண்ணணும். ஓகே. இங்கே பாரு, செகண்ட் எக்ஸாம்பிளில் லிட்டில்னு மட்டும் வந்திருக்கு. லிட்டில் இல்லை, என்ன கொடுத்துருக்காங்க? லிட்டில் மட்டும் வந்திருக்கு. ஸோ லிட்டில் மட்டும் வந்ததுன்னா அதை நெகட்டிவ் சென்டென்ஸாக கன்சிடர் பண்ணணும். நாட் இல்லை அப்படின்னாலுமே அதை நெகட்டிவ் சென்டென்ஸாக கன்சிடர் பண்ணணும். ஸோ ஆன்சரில் என்ன பண்ணக்கூடாது? வி ஷுட் நாட் யூஸ் நாட். ஆன்சரில் நாட் யூஸ் பண்ணக்கூடாது. ஸோ டூ தே. கேன் யூ அண்டர்ஸ்டாண்ட்? So this is very important. You should not confuse. Okay. Next one. The appropriate form of be is used if the statement contains a be verb. The be forms is or was, were are repeated in the tag. The verb am in the statement takes aren't as its tag. Ain't, that is am not, ain't. Okay. Is not used in formal English. Am I not is very formal. So anyhow நம்ம ஆன்சர் டேக் எழுதும்போது எழுதலாம். But let us follow the book back. Okay. So I am a very honest and humble being. So இங்கே ain't-ஐனும் எழுதலாம். No problem. It will be a correct answer. Anyhow for book back questions, let us follow the book back answers itself. So here instead of am என்ன யூஸ் பண்ணியிருக்காங்க? Are. It is a positive sentence or negative not and the pronoun I. Okay. Sentences that begin with let's take shall we as the question tag. So sentences that begins with let us, okay, it is a shortened form of let us. So let us take shall we as the question tag. So let us close our eyes and meditate for some time. Shall we? So let us all go to the beach this evening. Shall we? So sentences that begin with let's take shall we as the question tag. So let us close our eyes and meditate for some time. See here, so let us vandaduna enna use pannano? We have to use shall. Okay, so let us close our eyes and meditate for some time. Okay, so shall we? Let us vandaduna enna use pannano? Shall use pannano. Shall we use pannano? Okay, so shall we? So let us all go to the beach this evening, shall we? So listen, idilayume inga not vandaduna you have to use positive. Sorry, so in this there is no positive and negative. You have to use just shall we. Okay. Next one, sentences that begin with each of, either of, neither of, both of, and all of take plural pronouns as the subject in the question tag. Okay, sentences that begin with each of, either of, each of, either of, neither of, both of, and all of take plural pronouns as the subject in the question tag. See, neither of my two brothers helped me in that situation. Okay, neither of my two brothers helped me in that situation. So இங்க என்ன யூஸ் பண்ண சொல்லிருக்காங்க? So these will take plural pronouns as the subject. So neither of, either of லாம் வந்ததுனா the subject should be plural. So plural pronoun use பண்ணோம். So we are using they. Did they? All of us are not eligible to apply for this course. So all of us, all of. So we have to use plural pronoun we. Okay, they and we. Next one. So far we have seen the rules. Next one, punctuation. A comma is added at the end of the statement and the tag begins with a small letter and ends with a question mark. Okay, a comma is added at the end of the statement. So question tag நாம எழுதும்போது இங்க என்ன பண்ணணும்? Actually question tag எழுதி முடிச்சதுக்கு அப்புறம் தான் the sentence gets end. இங்க question mark தான் punctuation mark. It symbolizes the end of the sentence, right? So here we have to use comma and the tag question always begins with a small letter. Tag question எதுல start ஆகும்? Small letter and it ends with a question mark. Okay. Next, intonation. Question tags are usually asked for agreement when the speaker already knows the answer. So, she is Sheila அப்படின்னா அவங்க ஷீலா தாங்கிறது தெரியும். ஸோ again isn't she நம்ம ஏன் கேட்குறோம் அப்படின்னா it is for agreement. Okay. Sometimes the speaker uses a tag question when he really wants to know the answer. So again நமக்கு answer confirm-ஆ தெரியணும் அப்படிங்கிறதுக்காகவும் we'll be using the tag questions. If the speaker asks a real question, he or she uses a rising intonation, that is his or her tone of voice rises. So intonation is nothing but using high. So there are two types, high intonation, that is a rising intonation, and falling intonation. நம்ம படிக்கிறத வச்சு தான் என்ன பண்ணுவோம், we'll be using the, so while reading only we'll be using the intonation. Okay, so when our voice rises we call it as rising intonation, and when our voice falls we call it as falling intonation. If the speaker already knows the answer and expects only an agreement or confirmation, he or she uses a falling intonation, that is his or her tone of voice falls. Okay. So next one. So far we have seen the rules for the question tag. So go through the, after watching the video, read the rules once again. Okay, so that you will have a clear understanding. Next, task 1 and task 2 are given. So add suitable question tags to the following sentences and punctuate properly. Okay. So this is task 1. Correct the error found in the question tag in each of the following. This is just finding out the error. So do this 2 tasks yourself. Hope every one of you have understood. Thank you for watching. Thank you.